So, Chris Heath from Rolling Stone, he says, there's a few interesting uses of the Who's catalog at the moment. I thought it was strange that you let them use bargain in the Nissan car ad, given that the song is so very much not about that. Townsend. Yeah, not many people know about that. Well, correct me if I'm interpreting it wrong, but the song is saying that you are prepared to give yourself up for enlightenment or spiritual satisfaction, and that is this, and that this is the bargain, the best bargain you've ever had. Yeah, that's right. Which is about as anti-materialistic a message as one could think of. So what's your point? Well, my point is that it's now being used to sell shiny new motor cars. I still don't get your point. You haven't completed the argument. Well, I'll complete it. And the suggestion of the ad is that it's one might buy a super new Nissan car, and that's the best for the finest price, and that's the bargain. Well, that's their suggestion, isn't it? Who fans will often think this is my song, it belongs to me. It reminds me of the first time that I kissed Susie, and you can't sell it. The fact is that I can, and I will, and I have. I don't give a fuck about the first time you kissed Susie. Ooh. Pete. Okay. And then the opposite point of view. I wrote an article in the Nation magazine, went viral. I was very pleased about this subject, and Tom Waits wrote a response, a letter to the editor. Thank you for your eloquent rant. Thank you for your rant by John Densmore of the Doors on the subject of artists allowing their songs to be used as commercials. I spoke out whenever possible on the topic, even before the Frito-Lay case. Parenthesis, Waits versus Frito-Lay. Yeah. Where they used a sound-alike version of my song Step Right Up, so convincingly that I thought it was me. Ultimately, after much trial and tribulation, we prevailed, and the court determined that my voice is my property. Songs carry emotional information, and some transport us back to a poignant time, place, or event in our lives. It's no wonder a corporation would want to hitch a ride on a Spell These Songs cast and encourage you to buy soft drinks and underwear or automobiles in their trunks. Eventually, artists will be going on stage like race car drivers, covered in hundreds of logos sewn to their costume. Stay pure, Sean. Your credibility, your integrity, and your honor are things no company should be able to buy. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, so Robbie did not write Love Me Two Times because I'm going away. He wrote it about, in his backstory, subconscious, I'm going away to Vietnam, was the idea. Not Love Me Two Times because I just took Viagra. And the end of this chapter, I thank Johnny Cash's estate for not okaying Ring of Fire for a hemorrhoid commercial. Yeah. The last sentence is, Johnny sphincter burning, rest in peace. Yeah. So, Elvin Jones, John Coltrane's drummer, was my mentor. And on the weekend of this, between the trial stuff, I reflected back to Elvin, my teacher. So I'm going to read a little section about him and play along. come through to the other side on May 18, 2004. The motor behind train laid down on the ground so heavy, so strong, that his pulse would be felt for centuries. It was 1965 when I nervously showed my fake ID from Tijuana to the doorman at Shelley's Manhole in Hollywood. The jazz club bouncer looked at it, gave me one last glance that said it was fake, and let me in to see my hero. At 16, I'd already pored over all the Coltrane's LPs, and my ears were being fed candy. Now I was going to see the man. He sat behind one of the greatest jazz quartets in history of the art form, and he did it with a huge grin. The Beatles haven't hit yet, and Elvin is my movie news. Between sets at the Manhole, I went back to the bathroom, not because I had to relieve myself, but it was next to the dressing room. I opened the redwood door of the head and occupied myself, washing my hands until I heard the voices on the other side of the wall going to the stage. Not wasting any time, I spun around and I grabbed the knob, wet hands and all. I could hear the musicians passing by. I couldn't get the door open. Wiping my hands on my pants, I used both to turn the knob. When the door opened, John Coltrane was staring at me. Wow. My reverends told me to chill, and I didn't give eye contact. I motioned that the head was empty, and he just headed for the stage. And I noticed people kind of got quiet when he went by. But Elvin smiled at me. Elvin Jones lays the new path for all the rest of us timekeepers. He was the first to free up the job of clockwork, improvising continually. And never sacrificing a strong sense of pulse. Elvin served up multi-meals like an egg beater every 4 bars. He sounded like he was going to fall into his drum set, but he never did. His constant conversation with Coltrane inspired me to have a conversation with Jim on the song When the Music's Over. When the music's over. This is the part where you can see I should be the drummer, not the singer. When the music's over. Elvin played so loose, he gave me the courage to literally stop the beat during Jim's rap about the earth and just jab at my kit in quick, expressive grunts. What have they done to the earth? What have they done to our fair sister? Stuck her with knives in the side of the dawn, tied her with fences, dragged her down. I hear a very gentle sound with your ear now.